All right, folks. Here we got a your Harbor Freight Central Machinery sawmill. Of course, on a beautiful trailer I built for it. It is a $150 boat trailer, and all the aluminum that was on the trailer for the bunks and the rollers netted me just about $150. So, um, if you find the right deal and you're by the Great Lake Erie, like I am, you can get a good deal on a trailer. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. Um, so I built this trailer. I ran this saw before, just sitting on my shop floor, and had some decent results. Cut up some white oak just for funsies, and everything went fine. And then I hit one of the handles on the original cants here, and that first Harbor Freight blade was donezo. So I bought some Cook blades, and I haven't run them since. So finally I get this trailer done, and I run myself a brand new Cook blade, get it all set up perfectly on here, and this thing is sharp as a razor. And I make my first cut. Let me show you. Stack of little short logs that barely fit on the bunks. But this is the worst example right here. You can really see just how ridiculously wavy cuts I was getting. And if you look at some of these boards from the side, it is like ocean motion at Cedar Point. America's roller coaster. It's like 45 minutes away from here, but you can tell this shit's wavy as hell. So what I did was leveled out my trailer here. Got a handy dandy little level here. Find a spot that's not too much dust. Trailer itself on the bubble. You get on the blade here, and that is between the hooks. You can see that sucker is not happy. So what I need to do is bring this sucker up, and if your blade is not level with your cutting surface, you're putting all kinds of weird forces, more than that wood grain, knots, and anything else that's gonna putting force on your blade. But and that blade's gonna want to bob and weave and go all over the place. So what I did was loosen up the bolts, and if you watch this thing with one hand here, you can see how much this thing will wiggle. It'll wiggle about 5 degrees according to my crappy phone app, bubble level protractor. So there's only 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here on the square side that tighten this thing on there. And I imagine when I first put this thing together, everything looked nice and was nice and perpendicular and planar and everything. And then I lifted this thing up with my tractor, by the top black bar here to get it on and off. And hell, I probably knocked it out of whack, but I'm going to give that a try. And I'm pretty sure that may be the same problem that a lot of people have with wavy cuts on the Harbor Freight saw. It's a good saw. It's got everything you need. So we'll give that a try, and I'll check back later. One other thing that besides the price, which I absolutely love, the one thing I don't like about the saw is that it's got fixed blade guide on the one side. This side's always fixed, your downstream side, but your upstream, I can't slide it over when I'm cutting, some 2x4s or 2x6s or something. So you got all this, you got like 20 some inches of blade just hanging out there, flexing and dancing on the dance floor while you're cutting, and it's just not ideal. I think it's Woodland Mills. They actually sell their version. I don't think it would bolt right on here, but basically goes on the back and let you adjust your guide there. As you can see, it's welded tight on there. So what I'm trying to figure out here is a little mechanism for weld something up there, and I got all kinds of tubing on the rack. Something that's pretty sturdy. This is like 3/16 steel tubing, nested inside of each other. Weld a little bracket on here. I've got a CNC plasma and a machine shop here, so I can make it pretty much anything. Hell, we're sitting on a stack of steel here, but I think I'm going to give that a go downstream after I get this blade thing figured out. Get this wavy cuts the hell out of here. Because this is just for hobby use. I got, like, including the trailer and these big ass 3" by 4" 3/8 inch thick rails. I paid $150 for those. I got maybe $400, including all the hardware and extra crap, into this trailer. I mean, I'm into this thing. Like, I got this saw on the 25% off Father's Day sale. Took 8 months to get it during the pandemic, and so I'm in this thing well under $3,000. But I built. This is the only original clamp. I built this one, that one, and then there's a third one here that I haven't yet finished. Finished the insert there, but you can see cut all these little handles, weld them all together. Parts and pieces, but does the job. Well, I hope it does. So far, all it's given me is wavy shit wood. Stuff looks pretty cool. It's been laying around, so it's probably junk wood, but be fun to play with. Anyways, wavy cuts, adjustable, God on the one side, hopefully coming in the near future. Other than that, the only other upgrades I've done to this saw is I've extended the tubing used some different tubing on top here, and then I fixed the valve that comes with these things. It's so crappy. I mean, there's so much play and everything. It's like made cheaply from probably worn out tooling and God only knows what. But other than that, I've been really happy with this Predator engine. It starts in a couple pulls every single time. I start it at least once a month just to keep the fuel moving, because I don't have recreation fuel in it. It's regular pump gas. And then the water bottle's freaking tiny. It's out so it doesn't freeze, but I'd love to have a little bit bigger tank up there. But that's it, folks. Hopefully check back in the near future with some good results. Thanks, and go Buckeyes.